Number 1. This 1972 Lincoln Continental, offered at $15,000 and located in Green Lane, Pennsylvania, is presented as a fully drivable, full-size American luxury classic that leans heavily into its unmistakable presence and cruising appeal. Described by the seller as a pimp car that is ready to drive home, this Continental embodies the bold styling and commanding road manners that defined early 1970s Lincoln flagships. With 102,000 miles showing, it is positioned as a usable and enjoyed example rather than a static showpiece, appealing to buyers who want a classic that can be driven and appreciated immediately. The straightforward sale terms, including a clear Pennsylvania title, cash-only transaction, and no trades, reinforce that this is a clean, no-nonsense offering presented as is. From a mechanical and usability standpoint, this Continental is emphasized as being road-ready, allowing the next owner to enjoy it without the immediate need for major recommissioning. The mileage is reasonable for a car of this size, era, and luxury class, and it suggests a history of use consistent with a long-life American luxury sedan. Lincoln Continentals of this period are known for their smooth ride, substantial build quality, and effortless highway cruising, making them ideal for relaxed driving and standout presence at local events. The seller's description focuses on its readiness to be driven rather than being a stalled project, which sets it apart from many large luxury cars of the era that often require extensive mechanical sorting. Visually, the car is equipped with Cobra-style rims and tires, giving it a more aggressive and personalized stance that aligns with its pimp car character and show-ready attitude. In addition to the aftermarket wheels currently installed, the original factory rims and hubcaps are included, offering flexibility for the next owner to return the car to a more original appearance if desired. This combination of customization and retained original parts adds value, as it allows the buyer to choose between classic factory presentation and a more expressive custom look without the hassle of sourcing hard-to-find components. The sheer size and styling of the 1972 Continental ensure it turns heads regardless of wheel choice, reinforcing its reputation as a rolling statement. Overall, this Lincoln Continental is positioned as an honest, drivable luxury classic with strong visual impact, clear paperwork, and a defined personality. Offered with no trades and sold strictly for cash in as-is condition, it appeals to enthusiasts looking for a distinctive full-size American cruiser that can be enjoyed immediately. With its included original wheels, solid mileage for its age, and unmistakable early 1970s Lincoln presence, this Continental represents a compelling opportunity for anyone seeking a bold, comfortable, and attention-grabbing classic that stands apart from the usual muscle car offerings. Number 2. This 1978 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, offered at $30,500 and located in Brick, New Jersey, is presented as a highly original and well-documented example of one of the most recognizable second-generation performance Camaros. With just 42,089 miles indicated, this Z28 is positioned as a low-mileage survivor that has been carefully maintained and preserved over the years. The seller notes that the car remains all original with the sole exception of a repaint performed sometime before their ownership, suggesting that the core character and factory configuration of the car have been retained. Offered at $30,500 or best offer, it is clearly aimed at collectors and enthusiasts who value originality, documentation, and authenticity in a late 1970s muscle-era icon. At the heart of this Camaro Z28 is its numbers-matching 350 cubic inch V8 engine paired with the original numbers-matching 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that significantly enhances its desirability. This drivetrain setup delivers the engaging, driver-focused experience that Z28 buyers sought in 1978, blending solid V8 performance with a direct control of a manual gearbox. The fact that both the engine and transmission are confirmed to be original to the car adds substantial credibility and long-term value, particularly for collectors who prioritize factory correctness. The seller further emphasizes that everything functions as it should, indicating a mechanically sound car that can be enjoyed immediately without sorting or deferred maintenance. Beyond its mechanical integrity, this Z28 benefits from a strong level of supporting documentation that sets it apart from many comparable listings. The inclusion of the original build sheet and additional paperwork provides valuable insight into how the car was originally equipped and assembled, reinforcing its authenticity and helping verify its numbers matching status. Documentation like this is increasingly difficult to find with cars of this era and adds a layer of confidence for buyers who want a transparent and traceable ownership history. Combined with the low indicated mileage, these records suggest a Camaro that has been respected and preserved rather than heavily modified or abused. Overall, this 1978 Camaro Z28 represents a compelling blend of originality, performance, and documentation, making it an attractive option for both collectors and enthusiasts. The older repaint is acknowledged openly, positioning it as a cosmetic refresh rather than a sign of deeper modification, while the rest of the car is described as retaining its factory-correct components and functionality. Offered with clear terms and flexibility through an OBO price, this Z28 stands out as a clean, numbers-matching, 4-speed example with low miles and strong paperwork, capturing the spirit of late 1970s Chevrolet performance in a form that remains increasingly hard to find. Number 3. This 1968 AMC Ambassador SST, offered at $18,000 and located in Rittman, Ohio, is presented as a rare and aggressively built classic that stands far outside the typical muscle car crowd. Taken in on trade by the seller, this Ambassador SST is described as a genuinely uncommon platform that has been transformed into a true attention-grabbing hot rod. The seller makes it clear that this is not a subtle cruiser, but a bold, high-impact car meant to be seen, heard, and noticed wherever it goes. With its combination of rarity, size, and performance-oriented upgrades, it is positioned as a standout vehicle for enthusiasts who want something different from the usual Chevrolet, Ford, or Mopar offerings at shows and on the street. Under the hood, this Ambassador has been significantly upgraded with a fresh 383-stroker engine, giving the large AMC sedan serious performance credentials. Power is routed through a turbo 350 automatic transmission equipped with a manual valve body, reinforcing the car's no-nonsense hot rod character and driver-focused setup. This drivetrain combination suggests strong acceleration and an aggressive driving experience, aligning with the seller's description of the car as a beast that is ready to tear up the streets. Rather than being a mild restoration, this Ambassador is clearly built for impact and performance, making it far more than just a novelty based on rarity alone. The body and structural condition are described as very solid, which is especially important given the size and age of the vehicle. The exterior wears newer driver quality paint, indicating that it presents well and can be confidently enjoyed without the pressure of maintaining a fragile show finish. Underneath, the car is said to be extremely clean, further supporting the claim that this is a well-sorted example rather than a rough or hastily assembled project. The overall condition suggests a car that has been thoughtfully built and maintained, providing a strong foundation for continued enjoyment or light refinement. While the seller notes that a few small details still need to be ironed out, the car is described as largely ready to drive and enjoy immediately. Its presence is emphasized as one of its strongest attributes, with the seller confidently stating that it is likely to be the only one of its kind at any given car show. The sale terms show a preference for cash, though select trades are considered, limited strictly to 1964 to 1972 classic Fords of sufficient value, with no convertibles or projects accepted. Overall, this 1968 AMC Ambassador SST represents a rare and powerful alternative to mainstream muscle cars, combining distinctive styling, serious performance, and undeniable show-stopping appeal. Number 4. This 1972 Plymouth Barracuda, offered at $28,000 and located in Maiden, North Carolina, is presented as a solid and honest driver quality classic that serves as an excellent foundation for further improvement. Described as running and driving, this Barracuda retains its core usability while clearly being positioned as a project-friendly car rather than a finished showpiece. Powered by a 318 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission, it represents an accessible entry into the highly desirable early 1970s E-body Mopar lineup. With a clean North Carolina title in the seller's name, the car is offered with clear ownership and straightforward paperwork, making the transaction smooth for the next owner. Mechanically, the car has already received a substantial amount of recent maintenance and brake system work, reducing the immediate workload typically associated with cars of this era. It features a fresh tune-up along with new front brake rotors, calipers, and wheel bearings, as well as new rear wheel cylinders, brake shoes, and drums, all of which contribute to improved safety and drivability. The seller notes that the engine may cut out under heavy throttle and indicates that a timing adjustment is needed, while the heater hoses are currently not connected. These issues are presented transparently as sorting items rather than major mechanical failures, reinforcing that this is a usable driver that simply needs refinement rather than a ground-up rebuild. Structurally, this Barracuda stands out due to its very solid body and undercarriage, benefiting from its California origins. The frame rails, floors, and trunk are all described as being extremely solid, with no signs of patchwork or prior structural repairs, which is a major advantage given the known rust-prone nature of E-body Mopars. While the right rear quarter panel does require a patch, the seller states that the patch panel is already included, minimizing the effort and expense required to address this area. A new rear valance and grille have already been installed, further improving the car's exterior completeness and overall presentation. Visually, the car is positioned as a driver rather than a show car, allowing the next owner to enjoy it without concern for minor imperfections. It sits on new wheels and tires, giving it a refreshed stance and immediate road readiness. The lighting system needs attention, though the seller suggests the issue may be as simple as replacing bulbs. Overall, this 1972 Plymouth Barracuda represents a strong starting point for someone looking to own and improve a genuine Mopar classic, offering solid bones, recent mechanical investment, clear documentation, and the opportunity to take a well-preserved foundation and elevate it to the next level over time. Number 5. This 1963 Chevrolet Chevy 2 Nova, offered at $38,000 and located in Churubusco, Indiana, is presented as a freshly built, high-performance restomod that blends classic early Nova styling with modern race-inspired engineering. Listed on behalf of a friend, this Nova has been comprehensively rebuilt with a clear emphasis on power, drivability, and overall quality rather than originality. Finished in all black, the car carries a clean, aggressive appearance that matches its mechanical capability, positioning it as a serious street machine rather than a mild cruiser. Offered strictly as a cash-only sale with no trades, it is aimed at buyers seeking a fully sorted performance car rather than a project. At the core of this build is a 355 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine built to an impressive 10:1 compression ratio and equipped with AFR cylinder heads, a comp roller cam and rockers, an air gap intake manifold, and a Holley 750 carburetor. The engine has been professionally dyno-tuned and is documented at an exceptional 598 horsepower, with dyno results included to verify the performance claims. Power is delivered through a Muncie 4-speed manual transmission paired with a Lakewood scatter shield, Hayes explosion-proof flywheel, and a center force clutch, creating a drivetrain setup designed to safely handle aggressive driving and high horsepower. This combination delivers a raw, driver-focused experience that reflects the car's performance-first philosophy. The chassis and suspension have been extensively upgraded to ensure the car can properly manage its power while remaining controllable and street-capable. Out back, it features a narrowed Ford 9-inch rear end with 3.50 gears, Willwood rear disc brakes, Moser axles, and a Heights 4-link rear suspension, providing strength, traction, and adjustability. Up front, the Nova is equipped with a Fat Man Fabrications rack and pinion front end with adjustable coilover struts, front disc brakes, a Willwood master cylinder, and a line lock, delivering modern steering response and braking performance far beyond factory specifications. These components work together to create a well-balanced package suited for both spirited street driving and aggressive performance use. The body and interior have been completely refreshed, reinforcing the car's status as a newly built example rather than a refurbished survivor. The body features new quarter panels, floors, hood, and trunk lid, along with all new lights, bezels, trim, windshield, and bumpers, resulting in a clean and cohesive exterior presentation. Inside, the interior has been fully redone with new components throughout, including dash bezels and gauges, providing a fresh and purposeful cockpit to match the car's mechanical capability. Overall, this 1963 Chevy 2 Nova represents a no-expense-spared performance build with documented horsepower, modern suspension and braking, and a fully renewed body and interior, making it a standout option for enthusiasts seeking a powerful, turnkey classic muscle car. Number 6. This 1941 Plymouth Coupe, offered at $24,900 and located in Ellington, Connecticut, is presented as a tastefully built mild hot rod that blends pre-war American styling with reliable V8 power and modern drivability. Rather than remaining stock, this coupe has been thoughtfully updated to create a car that can be enjoyed regularly on the road while still retaining its classic 1940s character. The overall presentation suggests a well-balanced build aimed at cruising comfort and visual appeal rather than extreme performance, making it an approachable and usable vintage hot rod for a wide range of enthusiasts. Powering the car is a 318 cubic inch Dodge V8 paired with a 727 automatic transmission, a proven and dependable drivetrain combination known for durability and smooth operation. This setup provides significantly improved performance and reliability compared to the original inline engines typically found in cars of this era, while still maintaining an easy, relaxed driving experience. The seller notes that the car drives very well, reinforcing that this Plymouth is not just a static showpiece but a functional driver that can be confidently taken on the road for local cruising or longer drives. Inside, the coupe benefits from a new interior, which adds to both comfort and overall presentation. A refreshed interior is especially valuable in pre-war vehicles, as it enhances usability while preserving the visual charm that makes these cars special. The combination of a clean, updated cabin with a smooth automatic transmission and V8 power makes this Plymouth accessible even to those who may be new to driving early hot rods. The car is also noted as being viewable through old antique cars, suggesting an additional level of exposure and credibility for interested buyers. From an ownership and documentation standpoint, the car is offered with current Connecticut registration and a bill of sale, providing clear and straightforward paperwork for transfer. Priced at $24,900, this 1941 Plymouth Coupe represents an appealing entry into the pre-war hot rod world, offering classic styling, modernized mechanicals, and ready-to-drive enjoyment. Overall, it stands as a well-sorted mild hot rod that emphasizes drivability, comfort, and timeless appeal rather than unfinished project status or extreme customization. Number 7. This 1961 Buick LeSabre convertible, offered at $30,000 and located in Norfolk, Virginia, is presented as an exceptionally documented and carefully preserved survivor with just 63,495 original miles. Born in August 1960 at the General Motors Hamtramck assembly plant in Hamtramck, Michigan, this LeSabre was one of only 7 units delivered new to the Wintro Buick Oldsmobile Cadillac dealership in Littlestown, Pennsylvania. It was purchased on February 2, 1961 by Kenneth Crowe for family transportation and remained a locally driven, privately owned car for decades. Following Mr. Crowe's passing in 2003, the car was stored indoors under cover for 9 years, preserving its originality, and after Mrs. Crowe's passing in 2010, the family elected to sell the vehicle as they relocated to Florida, marking the end of its original ownership history. Prior to being sold, the car was serviced by Classic Motors Ltd. in Hershey, Pennsylvania, where a new battery was installed, all fluids were changed, and the engine was tuned back to factory specifications. When acquired by the current owner at the Hershey Auto Extravaganza in 2015, the odometer showed just 46,438 miles, and the vehicle still retained everything it left the assembly line with, including interior components, chrome, trim moldings, grille, and bumpers, all in remarkably well-preserved, near-new condition. The 300-mile drive home to Norfolk was completed without issue, with the car averaging 18.5 miles per gallon on leaded fuel. Since that time, the car has never been run on ethanol fuel, instead consistently using a lead substitute additive to protect the original fuel system and engine components. After arriving in Virginia, the car underwent a careful inspection, and the only immediate replacement was the original tires, which showed age-related sidewall cracking despite their originality. Over the next 8 years, from 2015 through 2023, the Buick was regularly driven and enjoyed, appearing at numerous auto shows and cruise-ins across Virginia, North Carolina, and Maryland. During this period, it earned multiple awards including Best Original, Best Survivor, and Best 1960s honors, reflecting both its authenticity and condition. Thoughtful updates were made selectively to improve safety, comfort, and reliability, including attention to brakes, lighting, and other items identified during real-world driving, all while maintaining the car's original character and integrity. By 2023, with the odometer reading 62,354 miles, the original lacquer paint was beginning to show its age, leading to the decision to undertake a minor restoration focused primarily on exterior preservation. The car was stripped to bare metal and repainted in its original Alpine/Cali green color using a modern base coat and clear coat system for improved durability. The process revealed no rust and no evidence of previous accident damage, confirming the integrity of the body. After nearly 2 years of meticulous work, the restoration was completed on July 4, 2025. Now showing 63,945 miles, the car continues to perform flawlessly, still running on the same tune established in 2015 and averaging 16 to 18 miles per gallon, making this LeSabre a rare combination of documented history, preserved originality, careful restoration, and reliable road-ready enjoyment. Number 8. This 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass, offered at $19,500 and located in Grove City, Ohio, is presented as an exceptionally original, low-mileage survivor with just 58,000 miles from new. A true one-family-owned car, this Cutlass stands out for its long-term care and complete documentation, with all original paperwork included to support its history and mileage. Powered by the factory 350 rocket V8 paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, it represents a classic early 1970s Oldsmobile in largely untouched condition. Having spent most of its life in North Carolina before being brought to Ohio, the car benefits from a favorable climate history that has helped preserve its structure and originality. Mechanically, the car has recently been refreshed to ensure it runs, drives, and shifts properly, making it a usable classic rather than a dormant survivor. Recent work includes the installation of a new fuel tank and sending unit, a new fuel pump, water pump, master cylinder, brake hoses, and a new set of tires. These updates address common age-related concerns while retaining the car's original drivetrain and character. The factory air conditioning system is still intact and fully hooked up, a valuable feature that adds comfort and desirability, along with a tilt steering wheel that enhances everyday drivability. Structurally, this Cutlass is described as approximately 95% rust-free, with solid floor pans and no structural concerns. Only 2 minor rust spots are noted, one on the lower passenger side quarter panel and another on the trunk lid, both presented transparently and without signs of widespread corrosion. The solid pans and overall body condition reinforce the car's survivor status and make it an excellent candidate for continued preservation or light cosmetic restoration. Its long-term residence in the southern climate is reflected in the integrity of the body and undercarriage. Cosmetically, the car retains its original factory paint, which naturally shows some lacquer checking and cracking consistent with age, but it is noted to clean up very well overall. The interior is described as a nice original example, further supporting the car's authenticity and originality. With a clear title and a clearly stated asking price, the only trade considered being a Chevelle, this 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass offers a rare opportunity to own a documented, low-mileage, one-family survivor that remains largely untouched while still being road-ready and enjoyable. Number 9. This 1946 Ford Business Coupe, offered at $27,500 and located in London, Kentucky, is presented as a well-sorted post-war classic that blends traditional styling with reliable modern mechanical upgrades. Positioned as a solid and enjoyable driver, this Ford retains its timeless mid-1940s design, while benefiting from a drivetrain swap that enhances usability and dependability. The seller describes it as a nice classic car that runs and drives well, making it suitable for regular cruising rather than being a static restoration project. Its overall presentation suggests a balanced build intended for enjoyment on the road. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, a widely used and proven combination known for smooth performance and easy serviceability. This setup provides a significant upgrade over original-era powertrains, delivering improved reliability, readily available parts, and comfortable highway driving. The automatic transmission further reinforces the car's cruiser-friendly nature, making it accessible and enjoyable for a broad range of classic car enthusiasts. The seller notes that the car performs well, supporting the impression that this Ford is mechanically sorted and ready to be driven. From a functional standpoint, the car is described as having working lights and related electrical components, an important detail for a vehicle of this age. These features contribute to its roadworthiness and suggest that the car has been maintained with practical use in mind. While the listing does not focus heavily on cosmetic or restoration details, the emphasis on drivability and operational condition indicates a car that can be enjoyed immediately without the need for major mechanical attention. In terms of sale flexibility, the seller is open to trades involving other classic cars or trucks, while also noting that the cash price is somewhat negotiable. This openness may appeal to buyers looking to make a deal or exchange within the classic vehicle community. Overall, this 1946 Ford Business Coupe represents a straightforward, driver-oriented classic with tasteful modern upgrades, solid road manners, and flexible purchase terms, making it an appealing option for those seeking vintage style combined with contemporary reliability. Number 10. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS, offered at $78,500 and located in Buckhead, Georgia, is presented as a high-end, fully restored muscle car that combines iconic late 1960s styling with serious big block performance. With approximately 4,300 miles driven since restoration, this Camaro is positioned as a lightly used, well-preserved example rather than a high-mileage driver. As a true SS model, it represents one of the most desirable configurations of the first-generation Camaro, appealing strongly to collectors and enthusiasts alike. The seller emphasizes condition and quality throughout, framing the car as a no-compromises build rather than a project or partial restoration. At the heart of this Camaro is a 396 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, delivering the raw, engaging driving experience that defines classic muscle cars. The engine is equipped with a tri-power setup, adding both performance appeal and visual impact under the hood. Power is sent to a 12-bolt rear end with 4.11 gearing, a combination that underscores the car's performance-focused nature and period-correct muscle car credentials. This drivetrain configuration places the car firmly in enthusiast territory, offering strong acceleration and a highly engaging driving experience consistent with top-tier SS builds. Braking and handling have been thoughtfully upgraded while still respecting originality, making this Camaro both powerful and controllable. The car is equipped with 4-wheel disc brakes, upgraded to Wilwood components for improved stopping power and safety, while the original OEM brake parts are included with the sale. This balance between modern performance upgrades and retained factory components adds value for buyers who appreciate both drivability and originality. The car is described as having no rust, a critical factor in the long-term value and desirability of first-generation Camaros, particularly those restored to this level. Cosmetically and inside, the Camaro is described as being in excellent condition, with outstanding paint quality and a well-finished interior that reflects the care taken during restoration. The overall presentation suggests a car that is equally at home at high-end shows, cruise-ins, or in a serious private collection. Offered at $78,500 or best offer, this 1969 Camaro SS represents a premium example with big block power, a 4-speed manual, documented restoration mileage, and a rust-free body, making it a standout opportunity for buyers seeking a top-tier classic American muscle car. Number 11. This 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 convertible, offered at $169,900 and located in Warwick, Rhode Island, is presented as an elite, investment-grade muscle car restored to a level that exceeds original factory standards. This example underwent a complete nut-and-bolt, body-off rotisserie restoration using all new old stock parts, resulting in a car that is described as looking better than it did when it left the showroom floor. The restoration was performed by Paul Ian Tosca, the president of the GMO Oldsmobile Club and a senior Oldsmobile judge, adding extraordinary credibility to the quality, accuracy, and attention to detail throughout the build. The car has since been housed in a climate-controlled private collection, further preserving its condition at the highest level. As a genuine W3442 convertible, this Oldsmobile represents one of the most desirable and powerful configurations produced in 1970. The W30 package placed this car at the very top of Oldsmobile's performance hierarchy, and this example retains its status as a true factory-built W30 rather than a tribute or recreation. The seller emphasizes that the car is highly documented, providing extensive verification of its authenticity, options, and original configuration. All factory-installed options are reflected on the window sticker shown in the listing photos, offering transparency and reassurance to serious collectors who demand complete documentation. The exterior is finished in Rally Red paint code Y62, a special order color selected during the restoration to reflect the car's original and highly desirable specification. This bold color perfectly complements the aggressive yet refined lines of the 1974 convertible, highlighting the car's muscular stance and iconic Oldsmobile styling. The quality of the paint, trim, and overall presentation is positioned at concours level, with every detail carefully restored or replaced using correct new-old stock components. The result is a car that stands among the finest restored Oldsmobile muscle cars in existence, suitable for top-tier judged events as well as high-end private collections. Overall, this 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 convertible represents an exceptional opportunity to acquire one of the most prestigious muscle cars of the era in near-flawless condition. The combination of a documented W30 drivetrain, a no-expense-spared rotisserie restoration, expert oversight by a nationally recognized Oldsmobile authority, and long-term climate-controlled storage places this car firmly in the upper echelon of collectible American performance cars. For the buyer seeking one of the very best examples available, this W3442 stands as a benchmark quality Oldsmobile that is unlikely to be duplicated. Number 12. This 1968 Ford Mustang GT convertible, offered at $89,995 and located in Hopewell Junction, New York, is presented as a highly desirable and rare S-code big block example that sits firmly in collector-grade territory. As a true GT convertible, this Mustang represents one of the most sought-after configurations from the 1968 model year, combining open-top cruising with serious factory performance. The seller positions the car as both a show-quality vehicle and a strong driver, emphasizing its overall condition, rarity, and documented authenticity. This is not a tribute or clone, but a genuine factory GT built to exacting specifications that continue to define the upper tier of classic Mustangs. Under the hood is the coveted S-code 390 cubic inch big block V8, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, delivering the kind of torque, sound, and driving engagement that made these cars legendary. This drivetrain is confirmed to be numbers matching, a critical factor for serious collectors and investors, as it preserves the car's factory-correct identity. The combination of big block power and a manual gearbox makes this Mustang both thrilling to drive and historically significant, offering a visceral experience that modern cars struggle to replicate. Described as a great driver that sounds amazing, it balances raw performance with usable road manners. Documentation is a major strength of this Mustang, further reinforcing its authenticity and value. The car includes a MARTI report, confirming its factory build details, and it is listed in the MARTI Report S-Code registry, adding another layer of verification and exclusivity. It is also equipped with desirable factory options such as the power convertible top and the CCP option, enhancing both comfort and collectability. These documents and options together paint a clear and credible picture of a properly documented, well-preserved Mustang GT that stands up to scrutiny from knowledgeable enthusiasts. Overall, this 1968 Mustang GT S-Code convertible is positioned as a rare and highly collectible classic that is equally at home at shows or on the open road. Its strong presentation, numbers-matching big block drivetrain, verified documentation, and standout specification make it a show vehicle that remains engaging to drive. Ready for its next owner, this Mustang represents an opportunity to acquire one of the most iconic and desirable muscle-era convertibles in great condition, offering long-term value, unmistakable presence, and authentic Ford performance heritage. Number 13. This documented 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, offered at $65,000 or best offer and located in Louisville, Kentucky, is presented as an exceptionally low mileage and highly optioned example with just 15,510 actual miles. The car retains portions of its original paint, reinforcing its survivor-level authenticity while still benefiting from careful mechanical enhancement. As a genuine SS, it occupies a highly desirable place in the Chevelle lineup, combining muscle-era styling with documented provenance. The seller positions this Chevelle as a serious collector-grade vehicle rather than a routine restoration, emphasizing both its originality and the quality of the work that has been performed. At the heart of the car is a transplanted LS7 engine that is described as period correct, aligning with the top-tier performance options available during the 1971 model year. The car was taken off the frame, the LS7 engine was freshened, installed, and the vehicle was then carefully reassembled, suggesting a thorough and detail-oriented process rather than a simple drivetrain swap. This approach preserves the character of the car while elevating its performance credentials, making it appealing to enthusiasts who appreciate factory-correct high-performance components paired with professional execution. The result is a Chevelle that offers both historical accuracy and strong mechanical presence. Inside, the interior is described as being in like-new condition and heavily optioned, underscoring the car's upscale specification. Features include power windows, power locks, power seats, tilt steering wheel, and an AM/FM stereo, along with numerous additional comfort and convenience options. This extensive option list sets the car apart from more basic SS examples, giving it a more luxurious feel while still maintaining its muscle car identity. The excellent interior condition further supports the low mileage claim and suggests careful long-term ownership and preservation. Overall, this 1971 Chevelle SS represents a rare blend of documented low mileage, partial original paint, extensive factory options, and a properly installed, period-correct LS7 engine. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, and offered with direct contact information for serious inquiries, it stands as a premium example aimed at knowledgeable buyers who value authenticity, documentation, and thoughtful upgrades. With its combination of survivor qualities and high-level performance credentials, this Chevelle offers strong appeal as both a collectible investment and an exceptional representation of early 1970s Chevrolet muscle. Number 14. This 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air Restomod, offered at $75,000 and located in Hellertown, Pennsylvania, is presented as a fully restored and thoughtfully upgraded example of one of Pontiac's most iconic muscle cars. Finished in striking limelight green over a black interior, this GTO combines factory-inspired aesthetics with modern enhancements that elevate drivability and visual impact. Confirmed as a real 242 GTO, it carries the authentic foundation that serious collectors and enthusiasts demand, while the Restomod approach allows it to stand apart as both a show-quality and road-ready machine. The car has undergone a complete nut-and-bolt restoration, indicating that it was disassembled and rebuilt with careful attention to detail throughout. This level of restoration suggests a focus on both cosmetic excellence and mechanical integrity, resulting in a GTO that presents at a very high level. The Ram Air setup reinforces the car's performance pedigree and period-correct muscle car identity, while subtle modern touches ensure it can be enjoyed in contemporary driving conditions. The combination of originality at its core and selective upgrades reflects a balanced approach that respects the car's heritage. From a driving and usability standpoint, this GTO benefits from several desirable upgrades that enhance safety and comfort without compromising its classic character. It is equipped with disc brakes featuring drilled and slotted rotors, providing improved stopping power compared to original systems. Air conditioning adds significant comfort and broadens the car's usability, while LED lighting improves visibility and reliability. The offset American racing wheels contribute to a more aggressive stance and modernized appearance, complementing the bold limelight green exterior. Documentation further strengthens the car's credibility and value, with full PHS paperwork included to verify its original GTO status and factory configuration. This level of documentation, combined with the comprehensive restoration and tasteful upgrades, positions the car as a premium example within the Restomod segment. Overall, this 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air represents a rare opportunity to acquire an authentic, fully documented GTO that has been restored to a high standard and enhanced for modern enjoyment, offering both show presence and confident real-world drivability. Number 15. This 1967 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, offered at $84,900 and located in Springfield, Ohio, is presented as a highly desirable mid-year Corvette finished in the iconic ermine white over red interior color combination. As one of the most celebrated and collectible Corvette body styles ever produced, this example stands out with its strong emphasis on originality, condition, and tasteful upgrades that enhance drivability without compromising value. The classic white over red presentation, paired with a new black convertible top, gives the car an unmistakable high-end appearance that remains timeless and immediately recognizable to enthusiasts and collectors alike. Under the hood is a numbers-matching 327 cubic inch V8 rated at 300 horsepower, identified by the correct casting number 3892657 He suffix block, and paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. This drivetrain delivers the engaging, high-revving performance that mid-year Corvettes are famous for, offering a pure and rewarding driving experience. The car is further equipped with power steering and power brakes, enhancing control and comfort, while still maintaining the authentic feel of a true driver-focused sports car from the 1960s. The seller notes that the car runs and drives fantastic, reinforcing that this Corvette is not just visually impressive but mechanically sorted as well. One of the standout features of this Corvette is the inclusion of vintage air conditioning, a highly desirable upgrade that significantly improves comfort while preserving a clean, period-correct appearance. Additional highlights include rally wheels wrapped in redline radial tires, excellent stainless trim and chrome, and super slick paint that reflects the quality of the car's overall presentation. Inside, the red interior is described as being in excellent condition, with clean and bright carpets, immaculate original dash pads, and well-preserved door panels, all contributing to a cabin that feels both authentic and upscale. Overall, this 1967 Corvette convertible represents a compelling blend of originality, performance, comfort, and visual appeal. With its numbers-matching drivetrain, iconic color combination, air conditioning, and strong cosmetic condition, it checks many of the most important boxes for collectors seeking a high-quality mid-year Corvette. Positioned as both a fun-to-drive 4-speed sports car and a long-term investment, this example reflects why 1967 Corvettes continue to appreciate year after year and remain among the most sought-after American classics on the market. Number 16. This 1963 Plymouth Belvedere hardtop, offered at $95,000 and located in West Milton, Ohio, is presented as an extraordinarily rare and historically significant factory superstock car built with the original 426 cubic inch, 425 horsepower max wedge high-compression engine. Confirmed as a heater and radio delete car, this Belvedere is documented in Darrell Davis's book, The Complete Guide to the 1963 Plymouth Superstock Package, with a scheduled production date of April 22, 1963. Showing just 15,953 original miles on a clear Ohio title in the seller's name, the car has been under the same ownership for over 40 years, adding exceptional provenance and continuity to its history. Finished in single-stage ruby red exactly as Chrysler originally applied, this car represents a benchmark example of early 1960s factory drag racing engineering and authenticity. The drivetrain has been restored and assembled by nationally respected specialists, ensuring both correctness and quality. The engine is a factory replacement short block with casting number 2406730-1, fitted with correct 286-cylinder heads and an intake dated February 13, 1963, and was professionally built by Chuck Millen of 426 Hemis in Livonia, Michigan. Power is delivered through a TorqueFlite automatic transmission built by Rick Allison of A and a transmission in Canby, Indiana, and backed by a 3.91 SureGrip third member. This combination reflects the exact intent of the Max Wedge program, emphasizing brutal straight-line performance while maintaining factory-correct specifications throughout. The mechanical configuration reinforces that this is not a recreation or tribute, but a genuine high-performance Plymouth restored with obsessive attention to period accuracy. The car has undergone a full rotisserie restoration while retaining all original sheet metal, with only minor repairs to the lower rear quarter panels, a small area in the cowl plenum, and a localized spot in the floor pan under the rear seat due to a mouse nest. These repairs are described as undetectable, preserving the integrity and appearance of the original body. All original glass remains in place, while exterior stainless trim has been professionally polished, and bumpers, door handles, and vent assemblies have been re-chromed. The seats were recovered using new old stock materials sourced from SMS Original Auto Interiors, and the car retains perfect original door and quarter interior panels, reinforcing the authenticity and survivor-level character beneath the restoration. What truly sets this Belvedere apart is the staggering collection of original and new old stock components retained and installed during the restoration, many of which are nearly impossible to source today. The car retains original, non-reproduction items such as the correct alternator and pulley, oil pan and swinging pickup, carburetors and linkage, exhaust manifolds, distributor, trunk-mounted battery components, radiator, wheels, leaf springs, and countless other factory-specific parts. In addition, a comprehensive list of NOS components was installed, including grille assemblies, lighting, moldings, emblems, wiring, interior hardware, brake and accelerator components, exhaust system pieces, and drivetrain accessories. No expense was spared, and the car has not been driven or publicly shown since completion, making it effectively a time capsule restoration. This 1963 Plymouth Belvedere Max Wedge is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to acquire a reference-level example that could not be duplicated today, even at significantly greater cost. Number 17. This 1967 Chevrolet SS Chevelle, offered at $98,500 and located in Yorktown, Virginia, is presented as a highly authentic and exceptionally preserved survivor that retains its original paint and interior. As a genuine SS 396 example, this Chevelle represents one of the most desirable combinations from the peak of the muscle car era, valued not only for performance but for originality that is increasingly difficult to find. The seller emphasizes its survivor status throughout, highlighting that this car has not been over-restored or altered, but instead carefully preserved, making it especially appealing to collectors who prioritize factory finishes and untouched details. Under the hood is the correct L35 396 cubic inch V8 rated at 325 horsepower, paired with a turbo 400 automatic transmission, delivering strong, smooth big block performance consistent with its original factory configuration. This drivetrain combination reflects a well-optioned SS intended for both performance and comfort. The car is equipped with a factory gauge package, blinker tachometer, center console with clock, deluxe seat belts, and AM radio, all of which contribute to a highly correct and desirable interior specification. Power steering further enhances drivability, reinforcing that this Chevelle was ordered with a thoughtful balance of muscle and convenience. Structurally and cosmetically, the car stands out for what has not been disturbed. The floor pans are described as never having been undercoat, allowing full visibility of their original condition, a detail that serious collectors appreciate when verifying authenticity. The trunk retains its original factory splatter paint, another rare survivor detail that is often lost during restorations. Factory bumper guards and original factory mag wheel caps remain in place, further reinforcing the car's originality and unmodified presentation. These untouched elements collectively support the claim that this Chevelle has lived a carefully preserved life rather than being subjected to cosmetic or structural overhauls. The car is fully documented, adding another critical layer of credibility and long-term value. Documentation helps substantiate its SS status, original drivetrain configuration, and factory-installed options, making it a strong candidate for both high-level collections and judged events focused on originality. while the seller is open to a possible trade for a documented 1968 or 1969 Camaro Z28 with a date-correct 302 engine, this Chevelle is clearly positioned as a premium survivor example. Overall, this 1967 SS Chevelle represents a rare opportunity to acquire an original paint, fully documented big block muscle car that captures the true essence of Chevrolet performance in the late 1960s. Number 18. This 1969 Plymouth GTX Hemi, offered at $159,999 and located in Greenville, North Carolina, is presented as an exceptionally rare and highly credentialed muscle car restored to the highest standards of factory correctness. This car has undergone a complete nut-and-bolt OE gold restoration, returning it to the exact configuration in which it was originally ordered in 1969. The restoration quality and authenticity have been independently verified through inspection by Dave Wise, resulting in a platinum certification, one of the highest recognitions available in the Mopar collector world. The seller further reinforces confidence by offering video testimony from Dave Wise upon request, underscoring the seriousness and transparency of the offering. This is a real Plymouth GTX equipped from the factory with a legendary Hemi engine and a 727 Hemi TorqueFlite automatic transmission, making it one of the most desirable performance combinations of the era. It is further enhanced by the A32 Super Performance Track Pack, which includes a Dana rear end with 4.10 gearing, placing it among the most aggressive factory-built street and strip machines Plymouth offered. Of the 197 Hemi GTX models produced in 1969, only 98 were built with the automatic transmission, and just 42 of those were equipped with the A32 package, making this configuration exceptionally rare. While the engine is not numbers matching, the transmission is confirmed to be numbers matching, and the car retains all critical factory identifiers including the fender tag, VIN stampings on the radiator support and trunk gutter rail, and the original build sheet. In terms of equipment and presentation, this GTX is loaded with highly desirable factory options that define top-tier Mopar performance and comfort. It features power disc brakes, the iconic air grabber hood with N96 designation, white bucket seats with a center console, and an AM/FM radio, creating a well-balanced blend of muscle car aggression and interior refinement. Every detail has been restored to reflect factory-correct finishes, components, and assembly standards, aligning with the OE Gold restoration philosophy and justifying its platinum-level certification. The car presents as a reference quality example intended for the most discerning collectors and judged events. Overall, this 1969 Plymouth GTX Hemi represents an elite opportunity to acquire one of the rarest and most respected muscle cars ever produced, restored to a level that few examples can match. Its documented pedigree, extreme rarity in configuration, high-level third-party certification, and meticulous restoration place it firmly in the upper echelon of collectible American performance cars. Even without a numbers-matching engine, the integrity of the restoration, matching transmission, complete documentation, and verified factory specifications make this GTX a cornerstone quality piece for any serious Mopar collection. Number 19. This 1972 Pontiac Ventura II is offered at $16,000 and located in Boston, Massachusetts, presenting an aggressive and unapologetically old-school street machine built for sound, speed, and attitude. Originally finished in its factory green, the car was repainted in 2020 using the original color code with added metallic for extra depth and visual punch. The result is a bold, eye-catching finish that pairs perfectly with the Ventura's compact body lines, giving it a sleeper-meets-muscle presence that stands out without trying too hard. This is not a stock restoration or a subtle cruiser. This Ventura was built to be fast, loud, and fun. Under the hood sits a Pontiac-based 400 small block that has been bored .030 over to 406 cubic inches, retaining its original stroke but significantly enhancing performance. The engine is equipped with a crane camshaft described as loud and rowdy, delivering an aggressive idle and strong power throughout the rev range. Fuel and air are handled by a 750 Holley carburetor atop a Wian Team G intake manifold, while long tube headers feed into an H-pipe and a very loud exhaust system that leaves no doubt about the car's intentions. Cooling is handled by a Griffin aluminum radiator, and ignition duties are managed by an Excel HEI distributor, making the setup both potent and reliable. Power is sent through AB and M-prepared TH350 automatic transmission, paired with a newly custom-fitted driveshaft for durability and smooth operation. Out back, the car features a tight posy rear end with 3.33 gears, striking a strong balance between hard acceleration and street usability. The suspension rides on 15-inch aluminum racing wheels, reinforcing the car's performance-focused look. Braking is handled by front and rear drum brakes, consistent with the era and the car's raw, mechanical personality. Adding to the visual and functional appeal is a real GTO shaker hood, a highly desirable and aggressive feature that gives the Ventura instant muscle car credibility. Inside, the car retains heat and defrost that work well, making it usable beyond fair weather driving, while the lack of air conditioning is offset by functional floor vents and vent windows. The seller also includes a variety of extra parts, including a GTO grille, offering additional value and customization potential. Described best as fast, loud, and fun, this 1972 Pontiac Ventura II is an affordable, no-nonsense performance car with serious attitude and classic Pontiac muscle energy. Number 20. This 1971 Ford Falcon is offered at just $1,200 and is located in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, making it an inexpensive entry point into a classic Ford project or a solid donor platform. This late-production Falcon represents the final evolution of the model, sharing much of its DNA with the 1970 Torino, which opens up broad parts compatibility and restoration possibilities. Sold with a clear title and a cover included, this car is positioned honestly as a project or parts vehicle rather than a finished driver, ideal for someone looking for a budget-friendly build or a mechanical base. Mechanically, the engine turns over freely and the transmission is reported to be good, providing a strong starting point for restoration or reuse. Having a functioning drivetrain at this price point adds significant value, especially for builders looking to swap components into another Ford chassis or revive the Falcon itself. The seller notes that the car must be towed, but with a solid engine and transmission already in place, much of the heavy mechanical investment is already covered. Structurally, the car does have rust issues that should be clearly understood before purchase. There is surface rust present on the roof and hood, along with major rust in the trunk area that will require repair. The rear leaf spring mounting areas need MIG-welded patch panels to be properly reset, indicating that this is not a cosmetic-only project. Additional small rust-throughs are present along the lower fenders and lower doors, all of which will need metal patching rather than filler to be done correctly. Despite its needs, this Falcon offers genuine potential for the right buyer. Its compatibility with 1970 Torino parts makes sourcing components easier and more affordable, and its low purchase price leaves plenty of room in the budget for repairs or customization. Whether approached as a restoration challenge, a parts car with a good drivetrain, or a foundation for a custom build, this 1971 Ford Falcon is a straightforward, cheap project with honest flaws and real upside for someone ready to put in the work. Thank you for watching this video featuring 20 cheap classic cars for sale from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars for more great finds. And if you know someone who loves classic cars as much as you do, be sure to share this video with them too. See you in the next one.